Well, good evening all. Ira Epstein with your evening metal market update, and this is your weekend edition for Sunday, the 1st of March, 2026. Well, as we step into the market, you can see the gold, as you would expect with war between the U.S., Israel, and Iran, now in full swing. The gold is up $100 plus an ounce. Silver's up, not so in copper, and while platinum's up, it's not joining the hit parade. You are seeing the energy markets rally as the Strait of Hormuz, as we expected, is closed. How long it'll be closed? Well, it depends on the war. If you go to my financial market update, I give a complete detailed description at the very beginning as to what I think. I don't want to repeat it for each of these videos, so I invite you to go to the weekly financial update, and that's where I discuss all that. Coming back to the markets, I expected the dollar would get a bid, but I am not looking for a dramatic move out of the dollar. You're barely higher in the natural gas, even though a lot of natural gas does go from the UAE through the Strait of Hormuz. So you're not getting the reaction there. We're getting milder temperatures across the country. Bonds and notes are having a rally, but they're not stellar performers. And the 2-year note is just sitting still. So it's the back end that is falling, the 2-year sitting, and the curve yield still doing what I call its thing. So let's take a look, if we could, at something else. Let's go to the news that you're going to see tomorrow in the market. First thing, you're going to get the S&P February manufacturing PMI at 845. I think it's all going to depend how active the markets get one way or the other to know if it'll even be of importance to anybody. The ISM manufacturing February report will come out at 9 in the morning. It's expected at 52 versus 52.6. And of course, we'll be getting plenty of news on the war with Iran. One of the interesting things is Iran is now angered every neighbor because it decided to attack civilian populations in just about all the countries in retaliation for American bases there, as they said they would do. So instead of hitting just the bases, they've hit apartment complexes and so on. That's not a military target to do anything with the United States, and we could be seeing a regional conflict develop out of this if they continue with that action. We'll see. So when we come to the gold market, as you can see, the market's up sharply. It's around the 53.70 area. Here you can see you're jumping away on it. You can see that when you come to an area chart of just closes, how the market is doing, very strong on a weekly basis as well. When you and I step and we take a look at a weekly bar chart, you're back in an uptrend, but not from today. You already did that on Friday's close. You have higher lows, higher highs. That puts into play the Bollinger Band. And we'll get to that in a moment, but I'll show it to you. As the market stayed over the 18-week average? Absolutely. Which is over the 100, which is over the 200, a classic bull setup. And as I said, the Bollinger Band is now your upside target. And if you take a look, that number on the band, you're at 52.30 now. That band is 52.84. The high tonight is 52.80. So you're in that zone, as I like to call it. When we look at slow stochastics, overbought. So is it the spot to buy? Well, I'll leave that up to you. For me, no, I've told my clients I don't mind sharing that with you. Absolutely not. The gold-silver ratio continues to favor silver as long as it stays under the 18-week average of closes, which is 65 ounces basically. It's still favoring it, and you've slipped back a little bit. You got as high as we can see here into the 64.5 zone, and you're pulling back. Then in the silver market, we see that the market is pulling up. You've got the higher lows, higher highs, still doing very well. The copper market has higher lows, higher highs. The market is dropping back in terms of the momentum. We'll see what that does, but I don't see that copper should be impacted by this, nor do I believe that platinum should really go. It's really a gold market and dragging the silver, I think, with it. Last but not least, in the dollar index, you can see that you've got a market that just rallied. You got to 98.04. The last rally high was 98.01. So when I did the financial update, the market had not done that. Now it has. That's going to mean you have higher lows, higher highs, but you got to prove you can close over the 18-week average to be really bullish. I'm Ira. Remember, if you want to keep up with my written updates, and tonight's update is a heck of one that you might want to read, you have to go to the research area at iraepstein.com and just sign up for it there. I'm Ira. You have yourself a great evening, and I'll catch up with everybody on Monday morning. Take care now.